Hi guys, welcome back to another video. As always, if you're enjoying the videos, please give it a like, and a sub to the channel would also be appreciated. Please also feel free to give the video a share. Now, in today's video, I'll be reading the second part of the transcript of one of the interviews with Russel Tate. If you're not aware, Russel Tate was the brother of Pat Tate. Russell went on, after Pat's death, to work smuggling cannabis resin into the country with Mickey Steele, but was consequently later arrested alongside Steele, Holmes, Corey and Nichols. I'll be continuing where I left off in the last video. I've never heard of them. Those names you've never heard of? No. None of them? No. You're sure? Yes. Jason, could you just pass me the names? That piece there. You've never heard of the name from my colleague, Michael Steele? No. Darren Nichols? No. Peter Corey? No. Jack Holmes? Sorry, Jack Holmes. W-H-O-M-E-S. Ian Kerr? Tracy Rolston? You didn't say that those people were in custody? No, they're not. No, I'm sorry. My apologies. Yeah, sorry, but he's in custody. He's in custody. He's in custody. He's in custody. And he's in custody. Now, I apologise. Those are not the only ones in custody. Right. I make it clear? They're all people I know, yes. Yeah, okay, right. That's fair enough. Right, Mrs. D. Anderson, 69 Benfleet Road. Who's that? That's my wife. It's your wife. Right, okay. Now, like I say, to be fair to you, you say your phone you've had problems with because it's been cloned, but a large proportion, in fact, the majority of the calls made are back to your wife. Would that be a fair assumption? Yeah. It is purely just to let her know that you're all right, I would assume. There have been a couple of calls, though, that I've had queries with, and I've written down, and I'll detail it here. All this is a detail of the phones that have been used, and if I could just refer to the two on the 13th of this month at 8:15 in the morning, someone phoned a mobile registered to you, and that person was Michael Steele. Do you have any knowledge of that? Not of Michael Steele, no. No, Mickey Steele. You don't know him as Mickey Steele? I know a few Micks, yeah, but no. Would you know him as Mickey the pilot? 'Cause that, I'm not sure. Does that ring a bell to you at all? No. No. Also, the same day a mobile registered to your name, I'm not going to repeat the number. Does that ring a bell to you? You're nodding your head. Yes? Right, that phone was used to call 0973984360, which is a mobile registered to Michael Steele. Mickey Steele, I'm sorry. On the 13th, which was this Sunday. From now on, I'm saying no comment. I mean, I might know this man as a different name or something, but from now on, I'm saying no comment. Right, okay. Well, you wanted to, I said, to be fair to you, you wanted to know the details. That details of the two specific calls with regard to the person, Mickey Steele? Right. Although Mickey Steele, or Mickey the pilot, there's several names that he's known by. And in fairness to you and to your solicitor, it wasn't a case of we are trying to avoid telling you the stuff. It's just the reason why is because there are a number of other stuff on here that doesn't relate to you. All right. And I didn't want you to start looking through all this stuff, honestly, because it interferes with our investigation. How can my mobile phone not relate to me? Well, no, there's your mobile phone detail on it, but there's also other people's mobile phones. Bearing in mind that's yourself and 6 other people in custody. Right. All right. The others that might have completely innocent explanations as well you called, well, 0973 185 128 of Ruth McCarthy. Does that ring a bell with you at all? Nothing. No, I can't tell you when that was. It was actually on. It's obviously a woman. Yeah? I would assume so, yeah? On the 24th of the 4th, you know that person doesn't mean anything to you, but your phone was registered as being used in Spain, okay? And it called out to that number, which comes down to a Ruth McCarthy of that address, Meadow Way, Upminster. Does that ring a bell with you at all? There was another call nearby from someone he knows, just to help perhaps jog his memory. Yeah, on the same day you phoned your wife three times on the same day at 10 o'clock in the evening. If there was a clone, would it all come up on the same bill or not? It could do. Yeah, quite certainly. Yeah, it could do. But obviously the clone probably doesn't phone your wife. No. No. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. All on the same bill. Do you know a person called David Soul? Yeah. You do? How do you know him? He's a long-time friend. Right. There was a phone call made on that mobile phone registered to you. I can tell you the exact date. Yes, on the 26th of the 4th at 12:30 in the afternoon. Again from Spain. Would that have been you? Yeah. Any reason why you made that call to him? I think he was probably stopping round my house at the time. He'd just split up with his wife. Okay. It may be a point of relevance or not, but I believe he may have been arrested before for importing drugs. Is that right? Have you got any knowledge of that? No. You don't? Okay. And the two other phone numbers that have been rung by your mobile, 0468 327 698, are two other mobile phones that are registered to yourself. I'll give you the numbers, 0802 946 157. There's the numbers there. These phones have been phoned by myself and they're different mobiles. Yes, but they're both registered to you. So, what he's saying is one of the phones, right, you phoned other phones that were registered to you. I mean, that's not unusual. You might well have had three phones and perhaps, given your wife a call or one of the kids or whatever. I'm only just saying, for example. If you're saying it's there, yeah? Yeah, but can you recall what or who they would have been? Or, honestly, no. No. Are the specific phones that you used right? Do you use one in preference to the other? Do you like one more than the other? When I took my phones out, the people that took my phones out turned round and told me that they could not be cloned since they were cut off the phone. They cut the phone off for 3 days and told me they'd been cut off because they think someone else was using my phone. Now, surely then people can verify that to you. Oh, we can confirm that. Yeah, that's not a problem. Do you use digital phone? Yeah, because normally don't. But they did. They obviously do. Because you see, you're not only got a clone phone or a phone, it's the cord that makes it unique. It's the card that makes it unique, sorry. Yeah? As you probably appreciate. Yeah. But why does the main company to phone me up and tell me this? I don't know. Do you know who that was? Because obviously we can make checks with Talkland. Oh, they're the airtime provider. They Talkland. Right. Do you know anybody specific you spoke to there? They cut me off, and No. Did you speak to someone specific there? Can you remember? I got my wife to find out why my phone has been cut off. And that's what they said? Yeah. Right. Okay. We can confirm that. Yeah, please do. Yeah, that's not a problem. That's the specifics of the calls. Like I say, we are waiting for more information to come back to us with regard to this property. And I don't know if there's anything else you want to cover at this stage, because obviously, from our point of view, Russell, what we believe is going on, that you or whoever's on whoever's behalf is going over to the continent, all right, and arranging the purchase of amounts of drugs coming through from Gibraltar or Morocco, or wherever they're being responsible for transporting them, and they're transported up to the French coast or the Belgian coast, and someone's bringing them over. We believe Mickey Steele. Okay? And that's why we believe you're involved in it, and why you're here today, and why we're talking to you. Now, with regard to what I said, is there anything you want to say in regard to that allegation? No, you're wrong. That's it. Okay, now, there's one other formality that we have to do at this stage. But if what you're saying is right, then we could get it all sorted. You know, get it all sorted out once it's examined. What, the phones are you on about? No. The handgun that was found, the revolver. They say it looked really old, like an old revolver. If I can tell you that you're being arrested, all right, on suspicion of being in possession of a Section 1 firearm, all right, with intent to commit an indictable offence. Now, do you understand what that means? You are still under caution. What you're saying? That I was going to go and rob a bank with it or something? No, not necessarily. It could be any offence. But you had that in your loft because at some stage you might go out and commit an offence. That's indictable, i.e., you'd be taken to Crown Court for it. Right. Yeah. But you'll find it's not real. Yeah? Okay, if that's the case, then fine. Obviously, it's not the case. If it's not the case, Basildon have got some answering to do. You know, releasing it back to me years ago, haven't they? Exactly, yeah. I quite agree with you. And like I say, and if they don't release it back to... Well, and if they did release it back to me, which their records will show they did, surely I can't be done for it now. You can't. I wouldn't have thought so, no. Thank you. But obviously we're not experts on whether a gun is a Section 1 firearm or not. I mean, do you really think I'd have a gun in my house? Well, I mean... Hopefully not, no, but there's been occasions. I've got 3 little children that play in my attic. I accept, and I will agree with you, that in the normal circumstances, I would hope people wouldn't be unfortunate. I wouldn't, but unfortunately, we tend to see the wrong side of things, and we do see houses where this does occur. Is that hammock still in the attic? I don't know. I only looked in there. I didn't happen to... There is one other point. Can you pass me that chronological... Which bit, the phones or the chronology of events? No, the chronology of events. Yeah, lovely. Just for the benefit of the tape, I'm just going through, and there's something I wanted to point out to you. It may assist in relation to something you've said. Who, me? Something I've said? Yeah. I mean, it may be our understanding that's wrong or whatever, but again, like all pieces, you're asking me all the questions honestly, and sometimes I don't even know what I'd done yesterday. Oh yeah, I appreciate that, and that, as I've said to you, I was told, are not here to catch you out. I was told over a year ago that I was going to be murdered night. And all of a sudden, well, like my brother was murdered. And since that, I've tried to stay away as much as I could, basically. Yeah, as I'm saying, we're not... I mean, the police officers investigating, they came round and they found a small amount of cannabis. Have they been found with drugs or not? Oh, there are some drugs found on, well, certainly two of them. Yeah, two-person that's been found a large amount of drugs, a quantity of drugs, of cannabis, if that helps you at all. You have to excuse this, as you can imagine, these are chronological and it involves a lot of people, a lot of different people, so it's difficult to read through. I don't understand what chronological is. Chronological is date stroke time order, in order of what happened, in the order of events. Of what happened? All this investigation. Evidence that we have, obviously we have, as you well appreciate, we gain evidence in various different means, and it's just a chronological thing, i.e. time and date, order, just so it enables us to see a picture. See? So my involvement is the phone. Your involvement is not just the phone, obviously. It's correspondence that we're looking through at the moment. It is in fact the fact that you have been observed tonight, associating with other people that are in custody that were also strongly suspected of being involved in this. So it's your accusation with those people. It's the fact the phone's registered to you that have been used in these locations out there, all right? Calls have been made to people involved in this on the day we believe the drugs have been picked up off the coast on the Sunday night, early hours into Monday morning, all right? That's why you're here. Just to obviously help in relation to this chap, we described to you as Steele back in March last year at the McDonald's in Boreham. That's this year. Sorry, did I say last year? I meant, sorry, this year. Earlier this year. The McDonald's at Boreham? What, by the auctions? Yes, I think it is up there, yeah. Auctions, yeah. Yeah, you met a chap. Can you recollect that? Had I come from the auctions? I don't know. No, I can't say at this stage. I haven't got it detailed here. But you met this guy. You met the guy there. You're in conversation with him and he was driving. If it helps you, a pickup. A red Toyota pickup. Red Toyota pickup. One of these Hilux things. An N registration one, if that helps jog your memory. The three letters were BOO. Bravo, Oscar, Oscar. No? Well, I can't recall. No. Okay, right. That's fair enough. Have you got a light, please? Yeah. Let's see if we can find it. Do you know Rivenhall at all, near Colchester? Riven Hall. No. It's along the A12. I think there's a hotel there, isn't there? And it's about 5-6 miles or so on the other side of Colchester. Why, have I stayed there or something? No, you were seen at, I think it was the Little Chef. Little Chef, yes, that's correct. No, I don't. Also, seen to arrive there at the same time was this chap Steele, Michael Steele. Can you recollect that? I'm saying no comment until I can make some sense to it all, to be truthful. Okay. Every answer from now on is no comment. Okay. Well, what we're saying, obviously, Russell, is that this man, Michael Steele, we believe is the person responsible for bringing the drugs over, okay, on a boat, all right? And we, the police, have observed you have at least 2 meetings with him in 2 separate places on 2 separate days, all right? And actually engaging in discussion with him. Is there anything you want to say about that? No comment. But the claim you don't know him, not by that name, D. Wield, right? If we were to show you a photo of the person concerned? No, I'm saying no comment from now on. Okay, you have a chance to think about it, okay? In that case, I see no purpose in telling you further details. If you want to have a consultation with your solicitor. Can I ask something? Yes, by all means. You say that Mr. Tate was seen in separate places on 2 separate days, having some kind of liaison with this Michael Steele. That's correct. Could you tell me if one was at the Little Chef, presumably, that you've just mentioned? Yes. And one was at the Boreham Interchange. I believe it was a I believe it was the car park of McDonald's. McDonald's, it was, yeah. That's where it was mentioned, yeah. Have you got those dates? Yes, I'll give you the time and dates. If it helps to recall, on that day, it was the same day that you were stopped at Gray's because you were actually observed what we believe was drugs at the time to be turned out to be money was being taken out of the boot of the Mercedes and handed to a number of people that were with you, and you were arrested at Gray's. The wrapped up bundles of money? I remember that, yeah. Yeah, well, it was the same day as that. Does that jog your memory at all? No. Right, okay. We've got to go and speak to the people that will examine you because there was this open out consenting filing systems with all your documents, all your papers in and everything. They're my wife's. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably nothing there, but we'll like to have a look through it all. 902 hours. Stop the interview or... Yeah, I'm just going to give you... Well, we'll end the interview. You're saying numbers and names, honestly. No, I'm not going to ask you any more questions, all right? You've said you don't want to answer any further. We'd like consultations, and just for you, for the benefit of your legal representative, I'm giving some times and dates to you, okay? For the items we've mentioned. 902 hours initially, and that was the McDonald's restaurant at Boreham Interchange. And I think, as your client quite rightly points out, I believe there's car auctions nearby. All right. Okay, just up from there. Okay, and the next one we're mentioning is the Little Chef. I can tell you here it was 1504 at, well, between 1504 and 1830 hours. That's right, yeah. In the evening? Yes. 1832 hours, just after people are arriving, and as I say, it's the Little Chef. It's the A12 at Rivenhall, and that's the Colchester-bound carriageway. Well, obviously, you'll want an opportunity to speak to Russell. We've got to make our inquiries. Is there any question you've got at this stage before I finish the interview? Nothing at all? No. Any representation do you want to make, or anything you want us to look out for, i.e., contact with your wife, or do you want to have a call with your wife? I'd like to see my wife. I'm sure that can be arranged, yeah. Preferably, the only thing I would say is we're not stopping you seeing her at all. I'd like, obviously, because of time, etc. on the clock, I would like, obviously, to finish the interview. There's no objection. So how long will I be here? That I don't know, all right? And that's being a clever answer. It's a case of we've pointed out that there are other people in custody and a lot of inquiries are to be done. We will, and I promise you, keep you here no longer than is necessary, and will carry out inquiries, I believe, diligently and expeditiously. So, is there anything else you'd like clarified, or anything like to clarify what has been said before you? No, you just scrambled my brain with names and numbers. Okay, right. I now propose to conclude the interview. The time is 16:27 hours, and I conclude this interview. I will give you notice in a minute to explain, obviously, the reason for the taping, and we'll ask you what you wish. What I will tell you what will be done with a copy of the tapes, but we'll do that once I conclude the interview. Yeah, right. So it's 16:27 hours, and we'll conclude this interview. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just another polite reminder, if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and feel free to share, and I'll see you in the next one. Sweet.